Kim, and I'm coming to you with Conversations with Kim. I have a wonderful, phenomenal guest here today, and I want you to meet her. We're going to spotlight her. We have none other than Chrisette Ellis from Detroit, Michigan. Hi, Chrisette.
Hi, Kim. How are
Oh,
you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good, good. We're just going to talk for a few minutes.
Okay.
Just real casual. And I want to find out some new things about you.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want my audience to know some things that they don't know about you.
Okay.
Okay. One quick question for you. How in the world do you handle everything that you do as a pastor's wife, as a mother, as a millionaire, as an author? How do you do it? What in the world do you do?
Woo! When you say it like that, it's like, wow, do I do all of that?
Yep.
Well, you know what? I believe that, God has graced all of us to be able to handle the different things that He's called us to do.
Yep.
And so, many times people can get stuck in just one place.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget, Bishop Jakes came to our church and he did a conference and he said, you have to be careful when people try to put you in one place because God has so much more for us. And I love the theme this year is doing life big.
Oh, yeah.
And when you do life big, it means you're able to juggle a whole lot of things, do a lot of things. And so I just think that when you're in a place where you say, God, I want to do everything that you want me to do, everything that you've called me to do. So when it's all said and done, you can hear Him say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. So I think, putting yourself in a position where when you take the limits off, sometimes it's easy to get stuck in, well, I'm just the first lady. And what he said is don't allow people to put a period where there was meant to be a comma.
Wonderful.
And so I am not just a first lady. I am not just a wife. I am not just a mother. I am not just an author. I'm not just an entrepreneur. There are so many facets of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And when people understand that they are more than sometimes they see themselves, when you open up your mind and you allow your paradigm to be shifted, God wants to do, as we say, exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ever ask or think, but it's according to the power that works in us. So I think that when you put yourself in that position, God graces you and He gives you what you need in order to handle all the hats that you wear. So I would say it's just the grace of God that's on my life.
Wonderful. Wow, that was a great answer, wasn't it? Well, here's my next question. How do you do it handling things when you have become, I don't know if you're quite an empty nester yet, but how do you handle those feelings of being an empty nester? I know I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm headed totally that way.
Okay.
I have one more left. So for you, how do you handle things, or how do you handle those feelings of becoming an empty nester or in that shoe?
In that shoe?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I would say, and my children are adults. My daughter, Kiera, is 25 years old, and my son, Kiera is 26 years old, and my son is 24 years old. Mm-hmm. So probably I haven't really experienced the empty nest because they're still living at home.
Oh, okay.
They love where they live. And so when they went away to school, my daughter went to Michigan, the University of Michigan, which is right up the road in Ann Arbor. And Ann Arbor is probably about 45 minutes away. Okay. And so for me, when she was away at school, it just kind of felt like she was, at a sleepover overnight, because she would come home enough where it wasn't like, oh my God, I miss Kiera. And it was really quick for me to go up to her school. And then my son, Charles, he is 24 years old, and he's a graduate of Michigan State University, and that's my alma mater. And that was in Lansing, Michigan, which was, again, only an hour away. Right. So they were so close to home, even though they stayed on campus, and they would come home enough where it didn't feel like it was an empty nest. Now, when they get married, that's going to be the major transition. So right now, you know, they both are doing their own thing. My son just got his master's degree in accounting, and my daughter's following in my shoes. She's an entrepreneur with Mary Kay as well, and doing extremely well. And so I see both of them, you know, all the time. So I don't know what that feels like yet. So I'm preparing myself for when the day comes when, you know, my daughter says, "Mom, look," I'm like, "Oh." No, but, you know, it's just another phase of life.
Right, yeah, I'm experiencing that, and it is a challenge.
Really? So are your children married in a way, or they're going away to college?
I have one that's married,
Okay.
and he moved away.
Oh, wow. In a different state.
Whole nother state. He's
Wow. Okay.
in South Carolina. Then I have another that just moved to Dallas.
Oh, so they moved away. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Come here, give me a hug.
oh, thank you. I need it.
Oh my! No, I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, it's a challenge and it's a change.
So how long have they been gone?
Now you're interviewing
I'm
me.
sorry, but that was like, tell me. I need you to help me so I know how to prepare.
It's quite all right. They've been gone. One has been gone for a year.
Okay.
I'm going on 2, and now he has a baby and all of that.
Oh,
so,
and you have a grandchild, and the grandchild doesn't live.
so
Oh.
I'm having a fit.
Oh my gosh.
I'm having a fit.
Oh my gosh, that would be very challenging.
Yeah, but you know, the wonderful thing is FaceTime. So,
Right. Okay.
it's like I'm in the room. So, and I've seen him a couple of times, and I'm going again, girl.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm going again. But back to you. Okay, next question for you is, I know that you're an author, and I think you have 2 books.
Yes.
Oh, can you tell us about the first one, and then tell us very quickly about the second?
Sure. Well, the first book is a children's book, and it's entitled "My Future is So Bright, Dream Big," and it is a book. Right? It's a book of an affirmation that I had wrote. And I wrote this affirmation many years ago. God gave it to me. And one of the Pastor Kendricks, he had approached my husband and talked to him about putting some of his sermons in a book and making it where children could read it and understand the message. And so he did that, and when I saw his book, I was like, wow, I really, you know, got inspired. And so he approached me and he said, I know you got some books in you. I was like, yeah, the Lord's been telling me. I said, it's one thing to have books in you,
Right.
but getting the books out of you,
Yeah.
that's another whole thing. And so he talked to me about it. And I said, you know, I have these affirmations that I had written, and I showed him that. He was like, you know, this could be turned into a book. And I was like, oh, really? And so we collaborated together, and I, you know, took the affirmation and, you know, and I asked God to kind of show me how to turn it into a book, and we collaborated together, and it turned out beautifully. So I'm really, really excited about that book. And that book really encourages children to dream big, whatever it is that they want to be, so that they understand that they can do it. What's really different about the book is not only does it encourage them to speak life into their own lives, but it has definitions, and it talks about the things, the words that they need to know as they grow, like goals. What do goals mean? What does procrastination mean? So they understand those words, so it helps them to build their vocabulary as well. So that's the first book. And then the second book is a collaboration of myself and 6 of my closest friends that we all met through the Mary Kay opportunity, and we have been friends now for well over 20 some odd years. And what makes our book unique is that we have traveled the world together to some of the most beautiful places in the world. And one of my girlfriends really, it was her idea. She said the Lord just woke her up and said, you guys need to do a book.
Wow.
And it's called The Force of Friendship.
That's it.
And it's 100 powerful inspirations. All of us, you know, sat down and we penned, you know, different sections in the book on friendship, on courage, on leadership. So there are a variety of topics in the book, and it's just really a powerful book because, you know, a lot of times I hear women say, I don't like hanging around a lot of women
Right.
because, you know, then they
Right.
start giving you all the adjectives,
Right.
they're this, that, and the other. And I always say, if that's the case, I wouldn't want to hang around them either, but it depends on who you hang around.
Exactly.
You know, one of the things I say all the time is, if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So we get a chance. We don't get to choose our family, but you do get to choose your friends. So if you
Exactly.
choose the right kind of friends, I promise you, your friends, the Bible says that iron sharpens iron. So
Yes.
when you're around the right people, like this one right here, you know, they inspire you, encourage you to do more, to dream big, to do life big. And so that really is how that book came to be. And it really is doing well. We're excited about it. We're doing a lot of things with that book as well.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much. And now we have found out so many things about Chrisette Ellis, Lady Chrisette Ellis. So, you know what? I want you to make sure that you tune in. Just keep your eyes and your ears open for this broadcast because we have just put the spotlight on Chrisette Ellis. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
I'll talk to you again.
All right, looking forward to
All
it.
right.